You can't hear me? Don't even.
All right,
I'll just hang up.
welcome to welcome to Real World News TV. I'm Toni Breedlove, and Reggie and Chara made me leave tonight. I've been drinking, so it's not going to be a good look. And Chara, I think, has her cocktail. Reggie is the only sane one here tonight. So tonight we are covering the election for over the next hour as the numbers start to come in, looking at some of the projections, some of the county. Yeah, I know it's tough. Looking at some of the counties that are coming in and reporting numbers, seeing how this is adding up for Joe Biden against your president. Ugh, whatever. Anyway.
Don't you be saying you're in this company.
So that's what we're doing tonight. That's what we're doing tonight. Is we are sitting here with you tonight to hopefully give you some news, because some people are at work. They can't necessarily access a television. So we wanted to be able to provide this platform so that people could come on in. Not to mention that we're going to be calling numbers state by state in the next hour from 3 different news outlets. I'll be covering MSNBC. Reggie will be covering CNN. And unfortunately, Chara is covering Fox News.
Why
They're making me do it. They're making me do it, folks.
It's her favorite channel.
Fuck you. It's too early for me to start dropping the F-bombs. Okay.
I don't want Chara to cuss you out tonight.
Yeah, the F-bombs start here. Just warning you, right here.
Yeah. So as we have come on air, I am looking at MSNBC. I was trying to get it up on my other monitor over here, but that was an issue. We've been having some technical issues tonight. I think it's Trump's people. But as we were coming on air, Steve Kornacki with MSNBC is calling Texas county by county right now. Cameron County, Biden is leading by 55.3 to Trump's 43.7. So he's keeping a healthy lead in Texas. And I wouldn't be surprised if Texas ended up, they were saying that it was going from purple to blue. I wouldn't be surprised at that fact. I would. So what you hearing on Fox?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. That was really involuntary, believe it or not. It's difficult for me to hear with my headset in and Fox on at the same time. Hannity was mouthing off just moments before the show started about how under Biden, America won't be America. They'll rewrite the Constitution. They'll make the Supreme Court in their image. Basically, as with all things, projecting the shit that they're doing onto the left and the Democratic Party. It's absolutely ridiculous. But one thing that I did notice, which is really, I'm trying to understand the psychology behind it, but on the Fox News website, let's see here, a little while ago, and they've just changed their let me see here, hold on. A little while ago, they were showing that Biden had 91 electoral votes, which isn't true. Every other site is saying 44 or 45. So I don't get the Fox agenda there unless it's to give the impression that as the balance changes, as more votes come in, it makes it look like he was slammed by a landslide. I don't know, but it's very strange. They're showing 91 Biden, 73 Trump.
Well, I think MSNBC is doing the better job out of all 3 of them, because even CNN has Biden at 30 and Trump at 42. So it's all over the map. Well, the problem is, and I keep, and I wish they stopped doing this. They keep doing this projection thing, okay? They keep projecting. And that's what Fox is doing. That's what MSNBC is doing. And I don't think CNN is doing it because, like I said, they're behind. CNN is really behind. I mean, they got like 30 for Biden and 42 for Trump. They're really behind. This projection thing, when you start projecting, can come to bite you in the butt, just like it did with the last election. Everybody
Right.
thought
Yeah.
Hillary was winning. All of a sudden, Michigan pops up. They were projecting coming out the polls. You know, as soon as you left the poll, it was projecting. You know, and that's what I don't like. So
Well, yeah, because what it does is it gives you that false sense of hope. A projection, when they show that little check mark, got a yellow above it, the banner above it, projected winner, when you can truly and clearly see that at that point, they probably, at this point, like with Texas, only have 29% of the votes in. And
Yeah.
those votes are basically the votes that have been cast by people either by mail or walk-in. They cast they drop their ballots in the box. Those
Yeah.
are the ones that they're counting.
Yeah.
So when they do the projection, we haven't even seen the numbers that have come in from people who have been standing in line today.
But you know, it's really all about branding because I saw a posting on Facebook by Fox saying that Trump won Missouri, Tennessee, and these other places. So when I look at the map on the Fox website, even their website doesn't show that the totality of votes have been counted. The percentages are still well below 50%, except for Tennessee. I think one of them was at 67%, but clearly still counting.
Right. Well, at
So,
least they're showing 67. MSNBC is showing 74 to 37 Trump as a projected winner.
let's see here. No, I meant the percentage of votes that had come in.
Oh, and
But
that was at
yeah,
82%.
yeah. So it's all psychological manipulation, and then of course the disgusting. So today at work, I had somebody tell me that number one, their mother received a robocall in New York City. Their mother received a robocall saying that due to long lines, the collection of votes will be extended till tomorrow, advising them not to go and vote until tomorrow because the lines were too long. So
Wow.
really, the audacity. So she called the voter fraud hotline, and the FBI called her soon after. The same coworker has a friend in Pennsylvania and the laws in Pennsylvania are different. So if you request a mail-in ballot, according to my coworker, if you request a mail-in ballot and and you receive it, if you don't use it, when you go to the polls to vote, you need to bring that mail-in ballot with you. I guess as further evidence that you didn't use it and you're not voting twice. So she shows up with the mail-in ballot, and they tell her first they make her sign the book first. Then they tell her that because she got the mail-in ballot, she can't vote. She'll have to do a provisional. She says, okay, well, give me a provisional. And they're like, well, it doesn't matter because the provisionals won't be counted anyway. And she goes, well, I need to vote. Clearly I didn't vote. And they literally looked at her and said, well, you signed the book. So according to this, you've already voted. And because she signed the book, she can't go to a different poll office. Now, this isn't a rumor. This isn't a Facebook myth. This is actuality. So as I posted on Facebook, there's some fuckery going on in Pennsylvania and throughout the country. You know, they lost the case to throw out 127,000 ballots. Was it in Texas? And they're still fighting to discontinue, although I think they've lost in most courts, to discontinue the count of votes, even if they're postmarked correctly.
Right.
And the frustrating thing right now is that the Supreme Court is on the precipice of making a decision whether or not, if the law changes via the Supreme Court decision in terms of the procedure for voting and when the cutoff time is for receiving them and counting them, all those people who followed the laws of their state before the ruling will be disenfranchised. So if you did early voting in your state and you followed the rules of your state, if the Supreme Court changes their interpretation of how the electoral process goes, they're also proposing superseding Supreme Court decisions in their own states. So we're on the precipice of if they're willing to do that, if this Supreme Court is willing to do that, number one, it's disgusting. Number two, they actually give us fodder to use to impeach them.
But
Should we
that's
have the
the
ability to
same
do so?
fraud. Those are the same fraudulent acts that Trump had been saying that the Democrats had been doing all along.
Exactly. Exactly. And, and Hannity has the audacity to be on TV saying that we will, bend our Constitution and all of this other nonsense, when that is literally what they're doing right now. So I'm going to need, I'm almost there. Forewarning, Reggie.
I can't. I'm drinking Crown Apple.
I'm drinking, I think it's white chocolate flavored Baileys from Ireland.
You think?
I think. I don't know. It's Baileys.
Oh my God. So let me tell you what the latest is on Florida. Orange County, Florida is 92% in. That would be Palm Beach County. Biden is actually leading in that county 56 to 43. And in Broward County, it's coming in at 65.1 to Trump's 34.4. So right now, the expected amount of votes would be at 912,952. So we're looking at 90, almost 99%. So Florida is almost giving it up.
Yeah, it's a lovely color pink on the Fox website. They're not ready to call in the towel. Fox News is still showing it close. They're showing 48% Biden, 50% Trump, with 88% of the count in.
Yeah, well, as we know, if Trump picks up Florida, he picks up 29, I think it's 29 electoral votes. Georgia's calling on MSNBC 55.9 Trump to 43.1 Biden. Texas is calling Biden at 50.8. Ohio is in at 55. So he's leading in those two states. What you got, Reggie?
Well, Florida.
What about your site, Reggie?
I don't think he's going to pick up Florida, either Georgia.
You don't think who's going to pick up Florida? I'm sorry. It's a long day.
Did we lose you, Reggie?
Yep, he's frozen.
Yeah, it's going to be that kind of night, folks.
Well, yeah, and it's because so many people are accessing the internet tonight. Because you have to remember, a lot of people don't pay for cable anymore. They do internet streaming. Yeah, so a lot of people are using the internet tonight. I'm going to take Reggie's picture down until we can get him back and catch up. Oh my God.
I know. I was thinking earlier, the last 3.5 years have been somewhat hellish, but they went fast. Like I can't believe that we're here again.
But you know why? You know why? Because it's been so much bullshit. I'm going to use Colleen's word, bullshit.
You got to say it like a New Yorker. Bullshit.
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 But it has. It's been a lot going on within that administration over the last 3 years, and that's what's made us so oblivious to the time as it has gone by so quickly, and then you're talking about 7 months into a pandemic.
It's strange because, number one, Trump has been campaigning since he won in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
It's been equal parts campaigning, playing golf, and insulting various stakeholder groups in the country. and dismantling various administrations and protections against discrimination and predatory lending, etc. If if I was not aware that it was election day, it could have easily passed me by with COVID and all of the other crap that we have to deal
Yeah.
with right now. And by the way, I don't know if you can see that I got my Ruth pin on.
Oh, nice.
Holla to Ruth. You know.
Nice.
So
Yeah, but you're right. You're right. Because just to think about COVID itself, it has been 7 months, and we're heading into 1 full year just in 3-4 months.
Don't you know it's old news? He beat the pandemic. It doesn't exist anymore. No one else is dying. That's
those
fake
are those
news.
idiots that are voting him or voting for him that believe that.
I don't understand. Boy, it must be bad where Reggie is.
He said his computer is rebooting, so that means that he had no control.
Right. No, he's just taking that swig on the DL. That's all. That Sacramento wine over there.
So let me ask you a question. So how do they do that? Connecticut, 2% in, but they're calling Joe Biden the projected winner. That's what I hate about MSNBC.
Let's see. Where's Connecticut? On Fox, they're showing 54% Biden, 43% Trump, and 7% reporting in.
On Connecticut?
Yeah.
North Carolina is reporting still too early to call, 52 Biden, 46.5 Trump.
Yeah, it's 69% in.
I have 26% in.
Yeah. I can't stand watching Fox because you just don't know what the truth is.
Now, Steve Bernanke on MSNBC is saying that 52% is in for Biden, 46 for Trump, but hang on.
You mean nationwide?
No, that would be for North Carolina statewide. Oh, excuse me, it was 70% in, but still a lot of those we have to consider those mail-in ballots.
Yeah. Two things I wanted to say. One, you saw that the Supreme Court mandated, or I don't remember if it was the Supreme Court or a state court, must have been a Supreme Court, that mandated the U.S. Postal Service mock Schnell with documenting and processing the ballots that have come in, and that there were hundreds of thousands that they hadn't processed yet. And so you know that the bigwig at the U.S. Postal Service, who I think is in Trump's pocket, who wants to privatize the business, has this mandate probably to the post offices to sit on things, which is why we can't call people traitors now.
Exactly.
How that's not a thing. I mean, this is definitely a traitorous act against our democracy. The other thing I wanted to say is that according to Fox, in terms of the balance of power in, let's see here, the midterm let's see here, 32 seats for Democrats, 36 seats for Republicans in the House. Republicans need to flip 21 seats to gain control. So
Yvonne is calling numbers, but Yvonne, are those by state or by county, or is that overall? Because I don't think we have enough in to call overall yet, do we? Okay, so Biden is leading 51-48 in electoral.
You got to stop doing that.
I've been up since 4.
Oh, no.
So that's what Yvonne is calling. She's calling electoral votes. Thank you, Miss Yvonne. You should have been on here.
It's not too late. It's not too late.
Georgia right now is 15% in Fulton County. Biden at 78.1, Trump at 21.0. Come on, Georgia. And let's see. That's a good number.
CNN is showing a lot of blue states. The problem, it's 50% Trump, 48% Biden overall. This is just so stressful. How it can be this close is beyond me.
Yeah, I know. I think, like, for Georgia, I think he's going to take Georgia because right now they're calling all the counties. And he has a significant lead over Trump. So right now.
You think Biden has a significant lead?
Mm-hmm.
What is your site showing? Because Fox is still showing 43% Biden, 56% Trump for Georgia.
See, they're doing counties.
Okay.
Counties. I'm sorry, Reggie. There you are. Hi.
Well, USA Today got the best. USA Today says Biden has 85 electoral votes, and the other guy got 55.
And Fox is saying 91 to 73.
In whose favor?
Yeah.
In Biden's favor. And MSNBC is showing 51 Biden, 48 Trump.
Okay. So looking at USA Today's map, they've given Texas to Biden, Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, the upper states of Connecticut, Vermont, Massachusetts, and looks like Nebraska.
Mm.
And that's based on what they're doing, USA Today is doing. But they didn't give North Carolina, and Georgia, or Florida to Biden. But he did pick up Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Texas.
He did pick up Pennsylvania.
Despite all the shenanigans.
That's what we needed, right? Wasn't that a swing?
Like I said, but let me look at CNN and see what CNN got. CNN, that's why I say everybody's all over the map. You're not really going to know anything till tomorrow morning.
Completely. No, CNN was showing, let's see here. Where is it?
Dems on the Senate seats have picked up 39 to GOP's 35.
All right.
They needed to secure 4 additional, right?
They need to be at 51, 52.
52?
48, 49, 51, 52. They got to be at 52. Yeah.
Yeah, the internet is really slow.
Yeah. Everybody's doing what we're doing, making sure that they can get answers.
But see, looking at CNN is still showing the Electoral College map looks jacked up.
What are they calling?
They still got 30 something. They got Trump ahead.
For what?
On Electoral College. That's why I said, these guys are all over the map. It's based on whatever science data they want to use to determine. Like I said, you really won't know nothing until midnight or either tomorrow morning. The true picture.
Yeah. Because what I was thinking about
they still show.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, they showing 30. They showing Biden 30. They really haven't updated theirs. Even while my computer was down, they still didn't update. They haven't updated. So I don't know who's right, who's wrong.
Yeah, they're showing.
But
30.
I think between Fox. Between Fox and USA Today, they got the best numbers right now.
Yeah, CNN is still showing 30 vote electoral votes for Biden, 42 for Trump. Yeah, it's all over the place. I think the 42 to 35. Let's see here. What is it? Fox is still showing 91 for Biden, 73 for Trump. Let me refresh the page.
And you got to remember when Obama ran the first time, it was Fox who put him over the edge, and everybody was pissed off at Fox for doing that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so But it's all science, so-called science.
Yeah, and MSNBC is showing 51 Biden, 48 Trump. So this is going to be a ride. I think we're going to need something stronger than Bailey's.
I don't think it get any stronger than Crown. Oh, yeah, some Chevys in there.
I have my happy drink Prosecco in the fridge. But then I realized that's my happy drink. Maybe I shouldn't associate it with this election.
See, one thing is throwing a monkey wrench and everything is all these early voting ballots. The ballots, okay, the paper ballots. That's what's throwing that's what's throwing a monkey wrench and everything. A lot of these numbers are based on the early ballots and early voting.
Yeah.
I just think, as one of the modern countries on the globe, there has got to be a better way to do this. It just seems so antiquated.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all we got.
Yeah, I know.
It's all we
You
got.
can do it. You can use technology, but you got to worry about being hacked if you use technology. If everyone over 18 was given a unique code where they could go in on their home computer and vote, a secure link, you still got to worry about somebody hacking into it.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. We shouldn't have to go through all this to vote for anyone. I don't care if it's local or state or national. We shouldn't have to go through all this to vote.
No.
Yeah, I agree. Miss Yvonne says she can't take it. She's going to bed.
I wish, but my brain I wouldn't be able to sleep.
Me either.
McConnell won again. Mitch McConnell won his seat, which is disgusting.
It is disgusting.
Yeah.
Very disgusting. And I thought he would have been out. I thought.
She wasn't the person to run against her. I think if the black guy had ran against her, he would have won.
Yeah.
Again, what you had in the primary, you had people that didn't come out and vote, but they needed to.
I don't know. This is just disgusting because I think Lindsey Graham was ahead in his state as well.
Yeah. But it was like 2 points he was ahead.
Let's see here. They just reported something about Arizona. What was it here?
With its 29 electoral votes, Biden beats Trump in New York State. We cannot make projections at this hour in these states: Arizona, Colorado, Kansas, Louisiana, Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Dakota, South Dakota, Texas, Wisconsin, and Miami.
That's not true.
Where it stands right now, with Biden winning New York State, Biden
And
now
that's
ahead. 59 electoral votes to Trump's 42 electoral votes in 18.
And that's false?
No, I don't know
I'm
who that
seeing
was.
it.
No.
That was CNN.
Oh.
I'm going back to USA Today. See what they're talking about.
I can't take it anymore.
I know. It's
It's making my stomach hurt.
it shouldn't be this close. How were the last 3 years not obvious to people? How were the constant lies and 200,000 deaths not enough for people?
Right.
It shouldn't be this close. No, the only thing that I can tell myself to make myself feel better and safer about this country is that the neo-right has done everything they can to steal this election by hook or crook. And they keep deflecting and saying the left is doing it, but every single thing I've heard since this process started has been about underhanded tricks being played by people on the right.
Well, maybe I'm naive. I just don't even think it's that. I think a lot of times when these people get behind the curtain, that's when they vote. And we're not these polls. is what's killing it, the whole thing. Okay, the polls are not good. Okay, because if you call me up at my house and I'm a Republican, I might give you, Democratic information. Okay, so the polls are off. Okay, I've always said that this race within the states was closer than what these polls were saying. Okay, because what they're doing, they're taking a sampling of people based on the voter registration. Okay, or sometimes they might take 500 random phone numbers throughout the state and they call those people. People lie. Okay, and I think a lot of these people show up at the polls and they go against the grain where they're telling their friends, yeah, I'm gonna vote for Biden, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But once they get behind them curtains, and I hate to say it, and they white and they scared and they suburban and they scared of black men, they change their vote.
I,
Oh,
I can't
I
even respond to
can't.
that. I'm just
I mean, it's
having
true.
flashbacks
It's
from
true.
3 years ago.
You remember,
Um,
I'm a political science major. I know all about statistics and stuff when it comes to
Oh my
politics.
God. Oh my God.
And that's how it rolls. So
so
you don't get a
obviously,
true picture that
we're
rolls
not going to.
down.
So Biden is leading statewide in Ohio.
Yeah, I think he's going to take Ohio. I think Ohio and Pennsylvania because I'm still looking at the USA Today map, and they've given Pennsylvania to Biden. They've given
Yeah,
Ohio to Biden. So
yeah,
I think that certain states he's going to pull out. But what bothers me, I think Florida, he was pretty close in taking Florida, and he fell short in Florida. But when you look at the Panhandle outside Tallahassee and stuff, that's strong
right.
Republican country, and that's what kills him.
Exactly.
He can't get no trash there.
Exactly.
So they giving him New Mexico on USA Today.
Okay.
So they got him at 119 to 92 right now. USA Today has.
See, Chara was trying to duck out.
No, I was talking and then I lost my
Her computer went
connection.
down.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was saying that obviously we're not going to get to the end all do all of this tonight. I'm going to be up until the wee hours watching this.
that's
Unless
weird.
unless I fall asleep, but even then it's going to be on in the background.
Right.
I can't I am incapable of going to sleep and waiting to see how that. I mean, we're not going to have an answer tonight, but we'll be closer by midnight to knowing. Well, by before midnight, we'll know if Trump is going to go ahead and try to declare himself the winner, which he has
Right.
said.
Right.
When he won the last time, it wasn't declared until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
he's got some nerve talking about how it's disgusting and it's detrimental, blah blah blah. When this is how our system has operated for
Exactly.
decades.
Look,
And the election isn't, just to be clear, the election isn't over until all the votes are counted. That's when any
Anyway,
election is over, period.
no, it's not even dead. It's over when it's certified by the Secretary of State.
it has to be certified
That's
But it
when it's
can't be
over with.
certified, or it shouldn't be,
until the
until
votes are
they've counted the votes. And if your state allows you to mail in your vote and be counted, even if it's state.
So this is my proposal. We gave it a good run. I think we're all frustrated because we can see that there's some
Five or
unevenness.
six numbers.
Yeah, it's some unevenness. No, that's being reported. There goes Sherry again. Being reported by the three different outlets, and then to even add in USA Today. You know, so much difference.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that we were able to come on and at least be on air, during this historical moment, because this is going to go down in history.
Mhm.
But I would say that for those who were tuning in tonight, go watch your TV, turn it on, keep it on, and see how the numbers play out. That's
Yeah.
what I would say.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
I think I'm gonna
this
stick
is
with
going to annoy the crap out of me.
MSNBC.
You're gonna do what, Reggie?
I said I think I'm gonna stick with MSNBC as
I
far
don't like
as
MSNBC
tonight.
tonight because they keep putting up all these projections when there's, like, for instance, for Delaware, it's only 23% counted. So that's what gets on my nerves is
Right.
don't put projection up there for those kind of cases. So anyway, so
What I was saying before I got disconnected
oh,
for the second time is that if your state allows says that you can mail in your ballot and as long as it is dated by X date, it will be counted, then it should be counted. Full stop. This nickel diming and dickering around whether or not it should be counted and changing the electoral rules after the fact, after people have played by the rules of engagement, is disgusting. Good night, Colleen. Feel better.
Colleen,
It's undemocratic, anti-American,
yeah,
and really disgusting.
Well, I think you just need to have a national operating manual for the whole country, and not let each state decide on how they want to run their elections. You know, you need
yeah,
one procedure, and that's basically it, especially for the presidential election. You know, you just
exactly.
you
I
know
agree with
yeah. So and hopefully, I think a lot of this stuff, if Biden gets elected, I think you'll see a lot of this stuff taken care of. You know, I think you'll see more procedures put in place. It'll be a national playbook for the elections and things of that nature, and get everybody on the same page. And that's the problem. Nobody's on the same page.
that.
You
Yeah,
know, and you got
yeah,
to force them. You know, and it might come down to the point where you have to take this out of the hand when you come to the presidential election. Take it out of the hand of the Secretary of State. Let them be a partner, but have the rules for the presidential election. You know, the playbook set by set up, and let that be standard operating procedure. You know,
yeah,
that's me.
Well, certainly when it comes to electing somebody on the federal level, there should be a uniform approach. If
Yeah.
states want their own rules for electing state officials, and that's a whole nother conversation about how you can have all of these rural states with a third of the population of other states and twice as many representatives in the House and Senate. That's a whole nother conversation. But
Yeah.
on the state level, if they want to handle their business the way they do and how they elect state representation, that's fine. But on the federal level, I agree with you. It should be uniform.
Yeah.
yeah,
And it might even have to come down to having a national board of elections that does the extra counting and just leave everything out. Take it away from the TV stations, the networks, and then give them a number in the morning. That's it. You know.
Oh, the stress. If our country wasn't so corrupt, then I would say, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
But when you start dealing with an Oz behind the curtain, you don't know what the hell they're doing.
yeah,
I one thing I always expect, I don't know why, even though I voted enough times that I know this isn't the case, but when you go to those machines now and you scan in your vote, there's this little doohickey on the side of it that looks like it should be printing out a receipt. There's a part of me that wants a receipt. Give
yeah,
me proof that I came here and I voted. It does. You don't. I mean, and then you during the last two elections, you had supposedly machines that were changing people's votes. So if they
yeah.
clicked A, it would select B. So
Mhm.
I don't mind the scanning, although who's to say it's scanning correctly, especially when you know that Ivanka Trump has invested in the company that makes
That
these
makes
voting
that, yeah,
machines. Yeah.
it's all corruption. Corrupt.
But
Corruption.
I pray that Biden wins. And then the freaking wall that he built around the White House. My thought wasn't so much that he did that against protesters, but that he did that to bunker in as a
Yeah.
coup
Protect
if he
himself.
loses the election.
Yeah.
Those walls are coming down on Saturday, so he can do all he want to do. When the third Tuesday of the month comes in January, they're gonna drag his little butt out by the hair. All that hair gonna
I
be that
can't
weave. That
wait.
weave. They can pull that weave out his head. on that day.
That's not going to happen. He's going to get on a plane and fly to Russia or Argentina or someplace.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not going to stay because
Well, he already said he was going to leave the country.
Mm-hmm.
but he breaks all of his promises anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But we know that he's a coward at heart.
Mm-hmm.
We know that he's never been held accountable for anything, and he will do whatever he can to protect whatever assets he has, him and his family.
That one he might.
Let me tell you something. The first person that's going to leave the White House if he loses tonight going to be his wife.
Mm.
She and the son are going to be down.
Yep. She don't want to be a part of that.
She's going to take the checkbook home with her, okay?
Oh, my. So now Fox News is reporting 129 electoral votes for Biden's 94 for Trump.
Nice.
Yeah, but
Well,
you
look,
can't
I'm gonna
believe
tell you
this
something.
shit.
Somebody going to get a phone call after a while and tell them they better get them vote that Fox News better get. Because you know he's sitting there mad. He's sitting there mad, excuse expression, as hell. Fox is giving the election to a Democrat again. He is killing him.
So Dems have picked up 39 seats for the Senate against 37 Republicans.
Let's see here.
I want a new president.
Yeah.
Well, you better go home. You better go cry yourself to sleep then.
I want a new president.
We'll know in the morning.
Oh, God, I can't. Oh, so BBC is showing, let's see here, 39 seats to the Democrats for the Senate, 36 seats to the Republicans. Neither of them have lost a seat yet. And for the House, 42 seats to the Dems, 64 to the Republicans, and neither has lost a seat.
42
So,
to what?
42 to 64.
Wow. This is just insanity. And it's great.
Wednesday with Connecticut. He beats Trump in Connecticut.
All right, you guys, we should shut it down.
Okay.
I can't. Great. So then I can really get ripped.
So next week's show, we're going to talk about the results.
Do we want to wait a full week?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be stewing in my juices until then.
Well, that's okay. You be okay.
I'll send some to you.
Okay.
Go ahead and close this out, Reg. I'm not even sure that we're going to do Hot Topics tomorrow night. I really don't.
Yeah, that'd be a good topic for you guys tomorrow night.
Well, we can do one like last minute, but you know what? With everything going on, I haven't even written anything up. And that would be so last minute. So
well timed.
Yeah, I know. So we can save the results for you guys.
Yeah, because the thing is, I mean, this race is probably won't get certified until the weekend or either Monday because you got to get all the mail-in votes counted. And this thing's going to go up and down. I think tonight you will have an 80% picture of who's going to win. But you got to wait. The overseas votes from the military, they've got to be counted. You know, so a lot more counts got to be done. In which those counts probably not going to make a whole lot of difference, but no certification is going to take place until everybody.
Oh, and don't forget the lawsuit that Trump will probably file.
Yeah. Let him file shit.
But just as well we close early because I can't stomach watching Fox much longer.
Okay, go ahead and keep it on. I think your channel, you're gonna find out your remote is broke.
I thought you were a priest. You don't do voodoo.
In my younger days, I would have told you what to do with that. Okay, you might need it. Okay.
Yeah, no, I got two.
You are married. Okay.
Yeah, that's this finger.
You might as well have said that.
This is a priest, right? This is a priest talking this way.
She is married. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not a woman of the cloth. So there.
Oh my God. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in to Real World News TV with Reggie Kearney, Chara and Tappin. I'm Toni Breedlove, and they let me sit in. So I'm hoping that you will follow them on Facebook under Real World News TV. Also, make sure to head on over to our website for past broadcasts. at www. Hot Topics Talk Radio. Is this damn crown app? And www.hottopicstalkradio.com. So I'm hoping that everyone sits up, watches what they can, and let's just hope for the best for our nation. So with that being said, we are out. No Hot Topics Talk Radio tomorrow night. We will see you for Thursday on Truth Brothers TV. So we'll see you then. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good night.
Oh my God. I'm trying to close right now.